Alright, so we're going to continue now with some more Spyro. I basically took a few hours just to kind of kick back, relax, get some food, you know, all the good stuff. The only thing left to do, like I said, is to go to Nasty's world,
Spyro.
since we're completely caught
you
up.
know what lies in store for you.
Absolutely.
Nasty's world is not the friendliest place you'll ever find.
You could almost say that's
Are you
nasty.
ready to go?
But yeah, this is the... What the hell? He almost pushed him off the ledge there for a second. Because it's not a little animation now. It's you're actually touching him. But yeah, this is the last world of the game. It only has 2 levels. Nasty's World, Gnorc Cove, and Gnorc Harbor, or Twilight Harbor, I think. And then that's it. You fight Nasty, and then that's basically the end of the game. And like I said, what I'll do before I do Nasty's loot and wrap up everything is I will go out and try to get all the various trophies. We'll actually look into it and see what we can and can't get. So first things first, just bust open all the treasure. We can't get all the treasure until we open up Nasty's loot, so there's not too much to stress over here. Which I think also, wait, okay. Do those things have locks on them? It looks like they did for a second.
Beetle it.
Oh, here we go. Nope. It's nice that you can talk to them. It's the same menu as before, though, so nothing too hectic. So we have Gnorc Cove. This is, I think, Twilight Harbor. And then this is Nasty Gnorc. And then the final one is Nasty's Loot. Oh, oops, we need to rescue this guy first. Delvin.
Hey, didn't I already free you?
You're in Nasty's world now, Spyro.
Oh yeah, it's the guy who tells you about
Bring him on.
the sparks.
I'm ready.
Reach the exit in each of Nasty's lands. Then you can challenge the Gnorc himself.
See, now that they're all unique, it's easier to tell that he's who exactly he is. He's the guy who's like, oh, you need to keep Sparks healthy, like right from the beginning of the game. I think he's right by the waterfall, right? Something like that. It's actually probably the best thing that they added for, like, I don't want to say necessarily like lore, but just in general, to keep everyone unique. You know, no one's the same person. Because a lot of times they just shared, like, the same couple of models. There was, like, the fat one, the slim one, the Peacekeeper one, the Beastmaker one. I think you can knock these back, right? Yes. It's like one of the few levels in the game you actually got to be a little... Well, there's like quite a few that you need to. It's not too hectic. I do like the reimagining of the Gnorc warriors. Although you really don't fight much of an army here. It seems more or less like he almost had an army together, kind of. Okay, big boom. Oh wow, he's actually alive. They changed it. It used to be that they would show off his underwear, right? Oh no, they do. Yeah, it's like an old school like Popeyes cartoon or something. That was a little weird. Couldn't tell if he was turning to hit me or not. And a big cage. I like this level a lot just because there's a lot of really like cool stuff in it. Like it's this gigantic factory. Yeah, these do have locks, but they're pretty much non-existent. I forget if the original metal containers also had locks on them.
Keep up the good work, Spyro. I expect Nasty's really starting to worry about you.
I'd be shaking in my Gnorc boots if I were him.
It must be so crazy for Tom Kenny to literally be revoicing lines he did 20 years ago. That must be really cool, though. Oh yeah, we need to get over there. That one is pretty easy to guess that you need to do. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Probably I'm going to hit 50 lives by the time I'm done with this game, meaning that if I wanted to get to 99, it wouldn't actually be too difficult for me to do that. It's not totally out of the question, in all truthfulness. I need to stop doing that. You don't hover in this game. I don't know why I did that. The way I did it. What the hell? Oh, it bounced him off the wall. Yeah, you really don't want to hit him when he's throwing something, because it's likely that you'll probably get blown up with it. Now, I remember never figuring this out. All you have to do for this is just knock it over in there. You have to go backwards in a level? Crazy, man. The stuff you wouldn't believe when I was 5 years old, or what I wouldn't believe when I was 5 years old. It's pretty intensive. Is there anything else over here? No, okay. Ah, extra life. I think now we're just at the last part of the level. Yeah, we are. We just gotta do like the pits, I think. I don't know why that worked. It worked like the second time. Basically, I think this is the only world where you mandatorily have to complete some levels to progress.
I never thought I'd be rescued, especially by such a little dragon.
Thanks.
What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta believe.
She very clearly does not. I forget if you could probably just charge into these guys. I'm not gonna risk it. I'm just gonna clear it as normal. Alright, that's it. I don't know if you can repeat this level. Actually, you might have to replay this level from the beginning if you do something you don't like. I don't think that you can, like, go back in this level at all. I think this is, like, one of the few levels in the game that's linear. Okay, same thing. I only hit that one guy. What? Oh, it despawned. That was weird. What is this? Why does this feel like a trap? I'm really confused by that. That just felt like a complete trap, like the floor was gonna give out or something. Okay. I don't really even know where the lockbox is. I think the lockbox is down the path to the left. And then you can't go back. You can go back from here, though. You can glide back. So, in other words, I just basically cleared the entire level. Rat-tastic. Right? Oh, look at this. This one's actually easier than you'd think. I like how he died in one hit, too. Alright, so I think I missed something somewhere. Besides that, of course. Oh no, that's it. It ends on an odd number before you get that last bit of stuff. No first, no extra lives. Well, I think you need to exit through the portal, or otherwise it doesn't work. So I'm just gonna exit through the portal. Because this is like actual like linear platforming type stuff. They want you to clear the level normally. It's not just like collect enough stuff to progress. So we'll do this. Now, Twilight Harbor is actually reasonably difficult, mostly because all the enemies have guns that they utilize. Especially like the assault rifles, because there's pretty much, you can't really roll out of it. It's not something you can easily roll out of. Yep, there we go. For each one you do, you get a little bit of a reward. Is it Twilight Harbor or Gnorc Harbor? Yeah, Twilight Harbor. I can't... Yo, I'm really looking forward to... Oh, they changed it to Gatling guns. Yeah, didn't they use assault rifles before? I think they did. Some of this is also new as well. It's gonna be lit playing some of Spyro 3, like, completely reimagining. That's gonna be pretty intensive. What the hell is he doing? Really putting his back into it. Oh, they're shooting paint. They're not shooting bullets. That's what it is. It's like a Splatoon level, basically. Anyway, they censored that. Yeah, that was a little. I could get that. You could put a lot other things in e-games back in the day. Can't really do that anymore. I don't think they fire as quickly either. For extra life? Nope. I keep forgetting that there's a reason to kill these guys now. Wait, Cosmos? Yeah, that you do repeats. Okay.
Thank you for rescuing me.
Alright, they mixed it up. It'll be really cool to do like a side-by-side of various things that changed. Something I might do. It's like flipping them off the knife and all that. Some fancy tricks. They used to just throw the things. You should just get it done and you used to get hit. This is like way easier than it was before. Oh, here we go. You can set that so you can get to the up top. Yeah, Cletus. These are like all the leaders, I guess.
Be on the lookout for Gnorc Commandos, Spyro.
They better be on the lookout for me.
Oh, they are. So that's the last dragon in the game, I believe. Except for the one you get once you're ready to fight Nasty, I believe. Got it. I got it on the first try. Alright, I'm gonna go back up just one more time just to see and make sure that I have it. I forget if you could fall through the bridge before. It doesn't seem like it. At least now you definitely can. Oh, shit. Yeah, these guys shoot directionally. That's the first hit I've taken this whole level. I remember this level was really annoying to try to beat before. I guess they gave him the extra wind-up time since it's Gatling guns now. So it's not too terrible. But maybe I should clear the level first before I fully commit to saying that. If only there was a way for me to, like, easily record 3DS games. I've been looking into ways to do that. Because honestly, I kind of want to do, like, Heart Gold. Like, the playthrough. Oh, nice trait. I think Heart Gold, the playthrough, would be a pretty lit one to do. Then we could have playthroughs of, like, all my favorite childhood games. Which is pretty much, kind of what I have going for me already. Kind of already played almost every major game from my childhood at this point. Even some remakes of them. Is that it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, you gotta get outside the factory. That is correct. Well, it's good to know I pretty much cleaned up shop here. So yeah, this is like the only level, and these are the only 2 levels in the game where you actually have to, like, mandatorily exit. I believe you don't have to do that, right? I'm like 80% certain. Oh wow, that's real far back. I'm like 80% certain that you do not have to exit level. I don't particularly want to experiment and try. Just to at least save some time, I guess. What? Was that an extra life? Oh no, it's just a normal one. Okay, it's this one. You can get on the outside, I guess, from one of these bridges. Forward. Oh yeah, you need to glide out there from using the charge jump. How do you display status? There you go. I think it's just left stick, right? Yeah. Since there's no select button and the triangle button doesn't bring it up anymore, that's the only way to do it. I do miss the select button. Having this big meaty slab, like, kind of on paper sounds really nice, but really no game uses it too much. That's a multi-plat, because it's kind of a Sony-only thing. One of those weird things, I guess. Okay, we're done. I mean, I know that that's not even, like, a total valid thing. Like, it's not really a super complaint to say that they renamed one button into options as opposed to start. I do have a hankering for the classic era. PS1, PS2, because that's the era that I grew up in. I was a little too slow to get on the N64. I would have loved to play Pokemon Stadium, and specifically Stadium 2, because I'm a big GSC fan, because those are the first Pokemon games I played when I was super young. GSC is lit. That's why I like it so much. It has just a lot of cool new stuff. Alright, well, nostalgia aside, it's time for the final boss fight. Oh yeah, so I guess there is nothing inside Nasty's loot. And that other dragon doesn't appear until you beat the entire game and 100% it, and then he's like... Actually, no, he appears, I believe, to tell you that you need to find every single thing else. And if I remember correctly, Spyro 1 caps out at 112%? I think Ripto's Rage is the only game to cap out at 100, and Spyro 3 caps out at 120. But when you do the super bonus world. Oh, big loop-de-loop for the final fight. That's actually true, that's how the original level starts. Alright, so pretty much at this phase, he doesn't really do anything, I don't think. He attacks you in this? Oh, yes, he does. He's pretty vicious. I don't remember him attacking you in this phase. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I almost got him right there. Oh boy. Now this is another level you can't backtracking once you go to a certain point. Oh, shit. You can, like, kind of push into that a bit. Okay. That key unlocks this. Now this is the guy, he like goes out on like a bridge and everything around like the back of the arena. It's like the weirdest stuff to actually like try to path your way around. Oh, whoa. Okay. Get extra drift on a charge. You get like aerial drift on a charge in this game. That's a little weird. Got him. It says down. What does down even mean? Oh, does the next part of the level go below? Or maybe it's in the chase room below me. I mean, I'll look through it again. Again, there's no time limit on this level. In fact, this level is, I mean, it's a boss fight. It's not really like a super boss fight, you know? Like, it's not like something ridiculous. There you go. He left. Dude already dipped. I haven't even, like, opened up the step. He already bounced. He knows what's coming. He's had 20 years to prep for it. He left. No, you can't glide that. You can glide one of the later ones, I know. That's usually what you do to save time. Now, where did I find this? Oh, no, okay, it's onward. Alright, whatever. 179 bothers me, but I guess I just gotta deal with it. Now, this is everyone's favorite part of this level. Basically, what you do is you chase this man around the entire arena multiple times. Now, the only thing I would recommend is you just take one run to just sort of loot everything. Because if you die, you have to replay this level all over again. It's a boss level. There's no checkpoints. So, it's not that and I mean, if you're not collecting treasure, it doesn't take too long, but chasing down the thieves and all that, I don't particularly want to redo that. And there's no real point in making, you know, trying to rush it. I mean, I doubt anyone's really new to this game anyway. Yeah, I think right there I'm supposed to glide. Because you're trying to save as much time as possible. I'll have to cut off even more time, honestly. Nope, got it. I guess they make it pretty easy. Okay, now this last phase is literally just all platforming. Oh, come on! I fucked it up. I bounced off the wall and that completely ruined my approach. Whoops. Okay, well that was fast. You can get him right at this corner over here. Shit, I got him. Okay, good. I did get him. This is the speedrunner strat right here. Don't even need to see the rest of the level. Yeah, and they're so... I guess they're really fucking lenient on this part, to be truthful. So it seems like if you're about maybe 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 at most seconds behind him, it's close enough that he'll stop and pause for enough time to rest that you can pretty much catch up and flame him for free. Yeah, like that. Now, can I not mess this up again, please? The jumping is so messed up. It's so weird. Okay. No. What do you think this is? You're toast, Nasty.
You're toast, Gnorc.
I don't know why he, like, side-eyes it. It's a sheep. Shh.
Sorry I took so long. Almost forgot about you guys.
What about Gnasty Gnorc?
Nasty Gnorc is toast.
So now there's order again in the Dragon Kingdom?
Absolutely.
Well, mostly. I've still got some treasure to find.
What will you do next?
I'd say the sky's the limit.
Yeah, that's what we all thought. And then, yikes, that didn't go very much. So yeah, the first time around you can't get the true ending with the sunglasses because you have to still do Nasty's loot, which you literally cannot get into. But what would I preemptively say? Pretty much, this is probably one of the better remakes, remasters of any game I've played. I think that this is spot on. They knew what the source material was, they ran with it, they knew what people wanted, and they executed it pretty much to a T. I think the only thing I would really say is that Spyro kind of doesn't control the same like he used to. The jump, the first thing and the biggest thing I could probably say is that the jumping and gliding in this game, still functional, still good. Maybe some aspects of it are a bit better, but it doesn't really play true to the original. It's you don't get as much height on a jump, I feel. Now, I don't know if that's just because, you know, like I said, there's a physics engine now, we have actual gameplay, in-depth stuff behind it, but, you know, maybe they tuned it a little too high. You don't really get the same amount of jump, I feel. There's a little bit of drift on some moves. I mean, maybe Spyro controls, quote, a little more realistically, I guess, for lack of a better phrase, but otherwise, I think this is fine. I have no other real complaints besides it. I'm glad that they made it. I think they do what they wanted to do, and they just went crazy with it. They made a bunch of new artwork, as you can see. They made every dragon pretty much unique. They brought back all the good stuff, and there's not really anything negative I can say besides, like, we got all the different Spyro 3 team, apparently. There's not really too much negative I can say. I mean, it's a remaster of a game that came out 20 years ago, and it's incredibly faithful. You know, maybe, is it the best remake remaster I've ever played? No. Is it pretty much like top 5 or top 3 even? Yeah, pretty much. Not really gonna debate that there. It's pretty much just up there. It's just really well done. All the attention to detail in the levels, the sounds, the everything. It's basically borderline perfect, I'd say. The only real question is you know, I guess, well, we got to play 2 more games in this collection, and we still got to 100% this, and I guess we'll go for all the trophies today. Now, I have a choice. Today, or tomorrow, I could play Spyro 2 from start to finish, and then on Sunday, I could try to marathon Spyro 3. I'm not sure how I want my weekend to play out between all this stuff. But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great stuff in this. I think, at the bare minimum, I'm excited. I knew I was going to be happy when I played it. I'm happy that I played it. I'm happy that I waited so long and hyped it up for me. This game actually just came out and just flat out delivered. Vicarious Visions. Which Spyros did they make? Zoe? How could you make one for Zoe? Zoe doesn't exist in Spyro 1. All the fairies were unnamed. What does it say? Spirocles? It would be cool if you could get the sunglasses as like an unlockable outfit. That would be pretty lit. I don't expect it, but I think that would be pretty cool. It'd be like Mario Sunshine a bit. What is it? You beat the game to get the glasses, and then you 100% it to get the jacket. But yeah, no real complaints. I think the Crash collection. Are these the same people that did the Crash collection? I'm pretty sure some of them are probably. The Crash collection. What was it? Last year, I think. Was just flat fire. That was just lit. That was just good work all around. Replaying Warped and 100%ing it and doing everything in it again was amazing, to say the least. That was really well done. This was just incredibly well done. I mean, I personally like Spyro more than Crash. I think that the full 3D pseudo-open world levels just kind of suits it better. It's more interesting and more fun to see come out. There's more creativity, I think, in some of the levels. Not obviously to put down Crash, of course. I know that's going to spark a war. A lot of unpopular opinions being said right now. I'm actually trying to think. I think some of the stuff that was made easier in this version is kind of weird. Some of the stuff that was made harder is mostly because of the platforming, if that makes sense. Some of the various things, like I think that the two charge jump heavy levels, Wizard Peaks, and I mean technically you could argue that what is it? Not Lofty Castle, the other one, Enchanted Tower, is also a charge jump level. I mean, the two big ones were made easier. I think the flying stages were kind of, some of them were easier, some of them were harder. I don't know, it really depends. And yeah, I mean, I guess we'll have to see. They have the engine, they have the capability, and I mean, at this point, it's really just a matter of, well, do they deem that it's worth their time to possibly make, another Spyro game in the vein of the classics, which is, I mean, people like The Legend of Spyro. I think people honestly prefer the originals more. I mean, they're not rushing to re-release the Legend series. I did not like the Legend series, I'm not going to lie. The only reason I played the last game in it was because I wanted to get all the trophies, because apparently it was an easy trophy getter. I'll be completely upfront with that. Not trophies, I'm sorry. Achievement, because I was on Xbox. I'm not going to deny that. That is the absolute objective truth. I was like, oh, it's a Spyro game on the side. Let me see how this series ends. I didn't like it. They had this really weird love plot. I didn't even like A New Beginning. I'm pretty sure I beat A New Beginning. I own it on, like, backwards compatibility. I didn't like the Legend series, but... oh yeah, no, I'd totally be down if they remade, like, some of the other games. Just, like, flat-out remake Season of Ice, Season of Flame, and Attack of the Rhinox. It'll never happen. Those games are as good as dead. You won't even get those, like, re-released on, like, a Nintendo eShop thing. But Enter the Dragonfly might never be remade ever. Hero's Tale is pretty decent, though. I thought that was a pretty alright game. It might be a bit repetitive, but... because now nostalgic games are in. Like, they dropped Mega Man, right? They dropped a Mega Man again for, like, the first time in how many years? Like, 8 years. People like, oh yeah, the Hastings brothers. People like nostalgic games now. They like a lot of these old school style games. All the original Spyro the Dragon team members who contributed to the original 3 games, yeah. Stuart Copeland. They got him back again to make all the music, which is pretty lit. I think Season of Flame, I really, that's a game that I could play on my channel, because I do own it, but I gotta get, like, a HDMI converter. But whatever, I'm rambling over the credits now. Such a shame that they didn't pull this out earlier. But you know what? Better late than never, I guess, is the tagline for Resident Evil 2's remake in this game. This collection. Okay. Yes, indeed. The adventure does continue. So, there's a couple things left to do, obviously, now, since we're not just going to run through Nasty's loot and call it a day. I think it drops you back off at the Artisan World. Right? No, that's right, because we gotta get the last dragon in the game, which is Magnus.
Nasty's ancient history now. So, what's in there?
I believe this is Nasty's treasure hoard. But the gate will only open if you have found everything in the Dragon Kingdom. Come back when you have reached 100%.
I'm in the money, indeed. So the only other thing left to do is to go back to the Gnorc Gnexus, is what it's called. I always forget the name of it. And see if we can... Well, clearing the game will be easy enough, but actually doing the fireworks thing might be the only thing I might not be able to do. And you might need to make a new playthrough for. It'll be the only missable trophy, not even really that missable. And yeah. Nasty's loot. Yeah. Specifically because I remember that there's a lot of things you can blow up at this final portion of the game. Which isn't, it's more of a joke level. It's more leftovers. More of a, hey, you got a 100% rating on the game. Here's your, like, little congratulatory thing. Now, they don't tell you, but in this level you can infinitely fly. But your ability to fly is limited by your progress in the level. Like, they don't really explain it too much in this level, what you can and can't do, and how exactly it all works too. Okay. I don't think there's any small denominations on this particular level. I think it's all like just really high ones. There we go. Right, he's like flying a plane or something? Oh, no, not yet. That's a spoiler alert. That's later in the level. And by fireworks, they mean the ones in the ground, right? Because I can't think of any levels that have 3 sets of fireworks in them. Okay. You can kind of head them off a bit. Purple. I like how purples are basically the new reds and greens in this one. Blue is 5, right? Yeah, blue is 5. Sometimes I forget that. How are you supposed to catch this guy? I think you are supposed to chase him. What? He went high. Well, he can shift his altitude. And I kind of can too, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do. There we go. I'm trying to intentionally, like, cut him off at some point. Maybe you could do it in this level. So, once I'm not going to use any fireworks. We'll see if what they mean directly by the words fireworks. Where's the keyhole for this? There it is. I'm not going to use any of my fireworks, because I think you got to go boom, 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 hit them back to back to back. I'm going to have a perfect, flawless run, pretty much. Because they say within 15 seconds. I mean, that's probably pretty generous. Okay. Ooh. Does it go any higher than this? I don't think so. I think this is the highest point, and the reason why they open it up is so you can now, like, freely explore. I guess they kind of assume that you understand how this works now. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a full gauntlet of these things. There's actually 5, so there's another one somewhere that I'm unaware of. So this should actually be pretty easy if you can use the fireworks here, right? So there's one right there. Maybe I should get it from a standing start. Just get this one as well. Does that count? No, I guess they don't mean those fireworks. I guess those are rockets. Which, I mean, you know, kind of the same thing, kind of not, but it's whatever. That would have been cool if it was like to fly by and open up all those. Okay. I think that's pretty much it. It's a secret room with a secret painting. Apparently love letters. Is that good enough? I have no clue. I don't know what they mean by fireworks then. Order and 100% complete. Well, that's it for the entire game. There's nothing else to do. I don't know if the 15 seconds is still counting or what's going on. But in any event, now we get the true ending of the game. Once you, at any point when you could fully complete the game after this.
Spyro the Dragon, you defeated Gnasty Gnorc, collected the dragon eggs, saved all the dragons, and recovered every bit of treasure in the Dragon Kingdom. How do you feel?
I feel fired up, Bob. And I'm happy for the dragon world, of course. I certainly wouldn't want to spend the rest of my dragon days butting heads with Nasty Gnorc and his weird minions.
What's a minion?
An extra.
You know what they say. For every good battle, you need a good adversary. And I felt that Nasty, in spite of his misguided nature, was a worthy opponent.
Ah, nice.
Uh-oh, here we go again.
You keep the glasses, yeah. The glasses scene look nice. I really like the glasses. So is this like Spyro 2 where you, or Spyro 3 where you get the extra credits afterwards? I forget what Spyro does it. But yeah, I don't know where these fireworks are. That is the one thing I could not figure out. I don't know specifically what they mean by that. It's not the treasure ones, I guess, which means that there's something I'm not remembering that you can reset, I guess.